Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Galactic Earth Angelics of the 144. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. Today is April 23rd, 2022. We have a very special transmission for you today from our Divine Brothor of the Light, Michael Love, and a broadcast from our Pleiadian forces of light from the Pleiades star system. The event and the grand solar flash, Pleiadian Light Forces transmission for 22-2022. A special message to the starseeds of New Earth for immediate planetary broadcast. Prelude, Great One. The Pleiadians are masters of light, consciousness, and ascension, and are indeed the benevolent watchers over the evolution of humankind. They speak higher truths clearly to humans in a down-to-earth and easy-to-understand way. The information they bring is pure light and is encoded in such a way to activate dormant DNA strands and increase consciousness levels. There is nothing more true than what is, and this higher light we speak of is eternal, universal, Akashic data, and is the ultimate truth. When this light comes into the body, things start to activate and turn on. This new light data triggers cellular DNA and causes much larger or more complex streams of cosmic level information to flow through the DNA strands or optics of the body. This new higher data then becomes available to consciousness, greatly expanding awareness and levels of knowing. Furthermore, when this high vibrational cosmic light data begins to flow through the body, it unlocks memories stored in the cells of the body, even ancient memories. When all of this happens, one will experience an amazing, blissful aha moment where everything will begin to make complete sense for the first time. At this point, all states of amnesia and ignorance of what is are removed, and the light of truth shines, forcing all things to show themselves as they truly are. This is the Great Awakening, and the grand process of ascension that is underway right now on planet Earth. The great masters have said, now it is time to fully ascend so that you may know all things. Tonight we tell you the rest of the story about humanity, Earth, and the cosmos. We will tell you what really happened in Earth's ancient past, and we will shine light on the current state of affairs of humanity's evolution and the grand ascension to fifth-dimensional New Earth. The data in this stream is lengthy and should be reviewed twice for it to be integrated. Be sure to take notes on the data points below. Some of the facts here are eye-opening, and it is advised that one look at the whole picture with an open mind. Be sure to do your own research and truth-seeking on these subjects. This channeled message is presented in the highest love for all of humanity. Here are the amazing contents of this very important new Light Forces message. Begin transmission. Great One, as the guardians of planet Earth and the beings here, we the Pleiadians have been watching over humanity's evolution and assisting mankind with the care of this planet for a very long time. Earth is a beautiful and special place in this cosmos, and there is no other place like it. We created a divine plan for planet Earth and set it in motion eons ago. We did not create the plan alone. In fact, you were personally involved in creating this divine plan. The plan was to create a beautiful world on Earth that would function as an experiential ascension training ground to see how the beings who came here could evolve their way back up consciously from where they came. All the information about the game itself and the data collected from the experiences on Earth was stored in the Earth itself and hidden inside each player's body, and Earth quickly evolved into a literal, living library for the entire cosmos. Earth soon became known as primary place in the universe for soul development, and though you knew it would be a really tough challenge to come here, there was still that excitement of it all. So from heaven to earth, you came down in all your glory. You and billions of other higher beings which only knew higher dimensional perfection began incarnating on the earth plane so you could experience the contrast of being physical. You came here to Earth with free will intent, and you came with a plan. You planned everything that you would experience here, and you planned on how you would return back one day to your higher state of perfection. Since you were already perfect before you came to Earth, you and the others had to devise a way so you would not be so aware of your perfection, and you would have to make it so you didn't know very much, at least in the beginning. You and the others devised a way to limit access to your higher self data and even most of your memories. You, in essence, turned down your conscious awareness to very low levels. You forgot who and what you truly are, and you forgot how to access the divine abilities that you have. At that point, you entered a long unconscious state of amnesia, and you were plunged into the dark with no information about what had happened or about much of anything else for that matter. This was the base starting point and the very first day of your great spiritual journey to planet Earth, which was in linear time, millions of years ago. When civilization first started on Earth in ancient times, it was very basic, but eventually it evolved into a more complex and advanced civilization. These first beings of Earth learned in time the process of natural physical evolution takes a very, very long time on Earth to occur, and the process of soul evolution is another matter and takes much longer. The evolutionary project of planet Earth was moving along with success, and it seemed that no matter what challenge humanity met with, they would somehow always overcome it and evolve above it. Almost every challenge, that is. You see, the rules of this Earth game provided that everything was allowed as an obstacle to this higher ascension project, even natural Earth disaster and worse, cosmic level disaster. 5 grand civilizations that existed before the Great Flood rose to incredible levels of technology and wisdom in their time. However, all 5 of these evolved Earth races had one tragic thing in common. Just as all these civilizations were reaching the apex of its evolution, a major cataclysmic event came along and completely wiped each one of them out. All the progress, 99% of the civilization, all of its treasures, and all of its knowledge instantly and totally wiped off the planet. What's more, every time this planetary extinction happened, the amnesia factor got worse. Of course, since these civilizations became extinct by cataclysms, their evolutionary work they were doing to move to the next highest dimension was cut short, and according to the rules of their mission to Earth, they had to come back and start again multiple times. It's important to say that each of these great civilizations that existed at different times were the same beings, and in fact it was ultimately only one great civilization with different names throughout prehistory and history. You were certainly there each time, and every detailed memory of it, all and still inside waiting to be remembered. In those ancient days, even though humanity was very advanced in each of these civilizations, it seemed they did not possess the ability to prevent their own destruction and extinction. The rules of Earth game says, if you get knocked out of the game, get up and keep going. Of course, the resilience of the great beings who came to Earth always prevailed, even if they had been knocked down numerous times. We will remind you that you are still here today finishing what you started a long time ago. This time, you finally make it to the finish line, so be encouraged. When the archaeologists of today attempt to identify what happened to these ancient cultures, they will look at the evidence and say, it looks like these ancient races were here one day and gone the next. It's as if they simply vanished without a trace in a single day. It is known on Earth that most of these ancient cultures, stone structures, writings, and creations were buried under 6 miles of Earth's sediment by the intense global floods of each cataclysm. Before we transmit the important data markers in this transmission, we want to provide some basic background information about the event and the grand solar flash. What is the grand solar flash? The grand solar flash is a very high magnitude, Earth-directed solar flare known as a super flare, which could register as an X50 to X100 or higher class on the X-ray scale. An intense super flare from Earth's sun would be witnessed by someone on Earth as a blinding flash of magnetic white light. The ancients called this cosmic flash of light many names, including Shamesh and Samvartaka, fire. It is written about in every culture's ancient writings, including the Vedas, the Sumerian tablets, biblical text, Egyptian text, Mayan codex. The light emitted from this great cosmic flash is exotic, gamma-level light which resonates super high and is called the light of the stars. Gamma light is proven by Earth science to instantaneously recode DNA, morphing it into a more complex and advanced state of functionality. The grand solar flash, the divine light, is the cosmic trigger and cause for what we simply call the event on planet Earth. The moment when this light impacts the surface of planet Earth, it is called the compression breakthrough, and this is the beginning of the Earth event. What is this Earth event, or simply the event? It is an ascension event, a DNA upgrade where the fifth strand of DNA is activated. It is a planetary liberation event. Since freedom is a fifth-dimensional energy, obviously the Earth will experience an immediate planetary liberation at the time of this event. The event is an ascension event. It is an ascension, conscious, evolutionary event where the beings of Earth are able to perceive and exist in the fifth-dimensional reality on Earth. The Vedas say, when the Samvartaka fire comes, rainbow-colored clouds shall appear around the Earth, and people will attain their rainbow body, aka the spirit light body. This is an instant transmutation and ascension to the fifth dimension that occurs in the twinkling of an eye. This fifth-dimensional new Earth is also called heaven, and is a realm of only love, peace, perfect health, freedom, abundance, and all goodness. It's important to note that this heaven is not a place, but a vibratory state of being, or a resonance, where a being will perceive a lighter, nicer reality. This heaven is not far away up in the sky, but all around you right now on Earth. You would simply need your fifth strand of DNA active to be able to perceive it as the outward reality. Up to present day 2022. Great one. Just a few Earth days ago, a critical new data stream of information was received by the Earth Alliance, and markers in this data revealed some important information regarding the great story of planet Earth. This data stream shows that every 13,000 years, exactly half of the precession of the equinoxes, 26,000 years, just like clockwork, a major cosmic event occurs in Earth's solar system, which profoundly affects the Earth and all life on Earth. In relation to Earth, and more specifically, this cosmic event is a solar event, and this solar event is called the Great Solar Flash. The solar event has occurred 5 times in Earth's near prehistory, and each time it has created an extinction-level event on planet Earth. The other big factor is this data shows that planet Earth is at the end of one of these 13,000-year cataclysm cycles. This cycle was exactly predicted by the Mayan culture and began in 2012. According to the data, we are 10 Earth years into this cycle, and Earth should already be enduring major cataclysm solar event right at this moment. The length of the cataclysmic period after the cycle starts is also shown to be around 1,000 to 1,200 years. The primary question at this point is, who knows the mystery of what is causing the solar flash event to happen every 13,000 years, just like clockwork? If cataclysm is supposed to be happening now on Earth just like 5 times in the past, why is it not happening? And lastly, I did my own research on all of this, and it turns out the data seems correct, so shouldn't I be concerned or worried or even fearful? Here are the true answers to these questions. We want to address the last and most important question first. Shouldn't I be concerned or worried or even fearful? It is absolutely imperative here that we say this is not a fear, a doom prophecy, and there is nothing to fear, as you will find out as you continue to listen. The data is showing what has happened 5 times in the past and would normally happen again in this time. The data does not say in any way that anything cataclysmic will happen on Earth at this time. The data also goes on to reflect just as the Mayans said. The 6th time this cosmic event happens will be different for the first time in history. They said the culture that is alive during the time of the sixth sun will emerge successfully as the rainbow children of the earth, and not one of them shall be harmed. Even more so, these rainbow children go on after this begins to enter the new earth that we speak of. More Pleiadian answers. What is causing the solar flash event happening every 13,000 years just like clockwork? We assure you it is all the natural workings of the cosmos, and another heavenly body is at work behind the scenes. Years ago, Earth's Pioneer 10 probe found a planet beyond Pluto orbiting around a dead star sun. The star or sun in this system emits no light but is 1,000 times more powerful than Earth's sun. This planet's star system is located about 50 billion miles out in the Oort cloud and is indeed the mysterious Planet X. The orbit of this planet and sun system approaches Earth's sun every 13,000 years, one half of the equinox precession. Right on schedule, and when this cosmic system's orbit arrives at perihelion with Earth's sun, it causes sun's corona to build up a tremendous electromagnetic charge which will explode or flash to release the pressure of the particles. When this intense solar flash explodes and impacts Earth, it causes an immediate pole reversal, instant freeze or superheating, and triggers tremendous tectonic activity that creates mile-high oceanic floods. If it is supposed to be happening now, just like 5 times in the past, why is it not happening? Also, if this type of solar event happens again, will humanity be wiped out like they were in the past? What is different now? Do not dismay, as deeper knowledge is required. The Pleiadians say that it is known that in Earth year 2022, Earth is currently in the time of the sixth sun, which began in 2012. And when the grand solar flash will occur, however this time, something very different will happen on Earth. Humanity will not be destroyed, but will be instantly transmuted into the fifth dimension. How is this possible? For the first time in human history, humanity, with the assistance of light forces, has enough knowledge and technology to prevent a planetary cataclysm from a pole shift caused by a major solar event. For several Earth years, light forces have been assisting the leaders of light of planet Earth in developing an artificial magnetic field which can counteract a pole shift. The technology to do this is a special secret project that exists in Antarctica, out of the public eye, and involves Tesla scalar wave technology. The technology has been in place and in used for over a decade now, and the super artificial magnetic field is in fact currently counterbalancing Earth's out-of-place magnetic North Pole. Magnetic North has moved hundreds of miles per year off course recently and is now close to Siberia. We tell you the future timeline of Earth is completely known, and benevolent light forces are completely in control of all these systems. It is a positive 5D gamma timeline where humanity ascends to 5D New Earth, and there can never be another planetary cataclysm of any kind. Even more questions in the grand solar flash, and the event further clarified. So now I'm confused. Is the grand solar flash going to happen soon or not? The answer is absolutely right on time, just like clockwork. Earth is well into the exact 13,000-year cosmic cycle when the grand solar flash happens on planet Earth, just like it did in the past 5 13,000-year cycles. When will all of this happen? It could happen today, it could happen tomorrow. What we do know is everything in the cosmos points to right now as the time when the event of a lifetime will occur. It is time for it to happen again now. The grand solar flash is indeed imminent, and at just the right moment when celestial bodies are in the right alignment, it shall occur in the twinkling of an eye. When this grand solar flash does occur, its negative cataclysmic effects will be instantly mitigated by this Pleiadian magnetic field technology. Furthermore, what will happen is just what the data says and what all ancient cultures say about you, the 4.5 billion starseeds of Earth and the indigenous humans of Earth. You will be translated instantly to the next highest vibrational level made available on planet Earth by this super flash of cosmic light. You will find yourself one moment to the next in a much nicer, lighter version of Earth where things are beautiful and peaceful and where only goodness prevails. We give you the highest truths of light, and we ask you to keep an open mind while researching all of this for yourself. The true and correct information is available, and it will show itself to you if you look for it. Great One, for the first time in human history, when the great light comes, the beings of Earth have the technology and understanding of how to make it to the desired next level. You will be the first on Earth to achieve this great ascension feat after eons of ascension trial and error. This is how the great story of humanity and your long journey to Earth ends, but it is in no way an ending, and is just the beginning. This is the destiny of humanity, and it is your destiny. The age of Aquarius is a time in the great cosmic cycle when truth prevails, and as the great light of consciousness shines brighter in this world, more and more things become unveiled. For the eons, humanity has been in the dark, but when the light comes, the darkness must go. The light is here. You are a great light shining in the darkness. Keep doing your good work to create a better world. Feel free to share how you are doing on your evolutionary journey. Godspeed, Michael and the Pleiadians. Special credit and acknowledgement to the Earth Alliance, the Atla Ra, the Great White Brotherhood, from 5DEarthProject.com. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light, on this special transmission. Have a beautiful and blessed ascension journey. If you'd like to support us in our work and mission and help support this channel, you can make a pledge or donation to our page at egolovecondor.com. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.